Yes, us, girly pops. It's Finny. I'm back with another reaction video. Okay, so today we're going to get into Amber's newest upload, which is called My Ex's Wife is Obsessed with Me. Copying reaction channels and calories at bingo. Weekly vlog episode 3. It's already wild to say something like my ex's wife because sis, you were a side chick. You were the woman on the side. You were the other woman. With the we all know the three of you are messy as fuck. Like totally messy. And we're going to get into it because there's some stuff that went down that was like a little hectic. So, this all really started because Brittany, who is Erica's ex, Erica was Valentine, posted a photo of herself in the Mean Girls shirt, which like a bunch of reaction channels are now purchasing. It started with Mr. Snowflake. It says like, "Why are you so obsessed with me?" She posted a photo of that and it caused Amber to make an entire 33-minute video about it. So, but honestly, like, don't take this as me defending Brittany either, because you and your wife trolled Amberlynn Reed, and then your wife caught feelings for her. So, I would hide my face in shame if that happened. Like, you would not see me on the internet anymore. I would change my name, I would change my location, and I would go into witness protection. Are you fucking kidding me? Let's get into the video. Shall we?
Hey guys, welcome to a new weekly vlog. So I did not vlog anything. Yesterday was Monday. My weekly vlogs go from Monday to Sunday because it's the whole week. I needed a moment. I'm not gonna lie.
A moment. Now, it's been pointed out, and I'm I'm also seeing it, that she is starting to take more time to be in makeup in like all of her videos, which means she's on the prowl for a new girly. She may be talking to someone new, and it wouldn't surprise me. Amber jumps from woman to woman, partner to partner real quick. She says she'll never get over the loves of her life, and then she moves on to the next person instantaneously.
Just needed a day to like reset mentally. I needed it so bad. So I didn't vlog, but we're here Tuesday. Hello, hello. So I'm actually about to film my weigh-in for the day, and I'm actually gonna be playing an April Fool's joke on you guys in my weigh-in. I know that's dumb, but you know, I'm kind of a dumb girly pop sometimes. And from my remembrance, I don't think I've ever done like an April Fool's joke on you guys. So I was
From my remembrance. Amber, just say from my memory. From what I can remember. It's not from my remembrance. Also, it's April 8th. Is this the stupid one she posted where she was like, I'm quitting YouTube and I'm not going to be doing any more weigh-ins because, sis, we all knew.
I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna do it for my weigh-in video since it's gonna go up tomorrow. So if you guys want to watch the April Fool's joke or you want to see like
No,
what my
thank
new
you.
diet is, because yes, we are doing a structured diet because the no diet is not working for me at all.
It never does.
And all that jazz. Definitely watch my weigh-in video. But tonight I also have my live stream, my members live stream, and I'm looking forward to it. I think I'm gonna do more tarot. Well, not tarot.
I look forward to seeing Karina and Salty Crab's recaps of it because I just have a feeling of what a big topic is going to be on it, and she's going to be so smug about it as if she isn't a fucking weirdo herself.
But oracles with you guys because I know you guys enjoy that as well. I'm feeling a wee bit
no one does
about today's live stream, so I'm excited to come talk to you guys. And if you guys have not joined my members live stream, you definitely should, because I would love for you guys to be part.
Don't join her live stream. You're paying $10 to see her ceiling and have her bitch and moan at you the entire time. Save your money. Let the reaction channels do it and give you coverage of it.
The stream queens. All right, you guys. So I just got off my.
I don't think I'm allowed to tell people not to do something on here. You can if you want to. Okay, like that is your prerogative if you decide to join Amberlynn's members only live stream. But I think it's a waste of money. That's my personal opinion.
Live stream, and I made myself a little meal. I made some corn, potato, and steak, and this was 570 calories. And
no, ma'am, that is not 570 calories. No, people already did the math. All those potatoes, like, plus all this stuff is like 800.
Wait, everything starting in.
This is why I said yesterday when she was like, "Oh, these 2 deep fried sushi rolls are only 900 calories or 922 calories." I was like, "I don't think so." Because like you can get some sushi rolls like prepackaged ones that are like 480 calories and they're raw sushi. They're not imitation crab. I don't think so, ma'am.
With my new habits of measuring my food and weighing it, which weighing is more reliable, so I'll probably stick to that.
She's like a peasant. Like,
Hello.
like I mean, like a 1600s peasant.
Hello. Okay, so it is the next day. I just filmed my Let's Talk video, and I'm finally about to have my first meal
That
today.
steak looks...
I'm actually eating leftovers, so I made sure to make enough potatoes, and this is a lean steak.
I don't even eat meat.
I made sure to make enough. Why am I using my fingers?
That looks like dog food.
Sure
Straight up. That looks like the stuff that you feed your dog.
Radish. I love radish so much. I'm gonna be quite transparent right now. I have not been in the vlogging mood.
Oh,
but I'm pretty sure I cooked this. Oh yeah, I cooked it perfectly. The yolk, yes. Sometimes I want yolk, sometimes I don't. Today.
And again, the contamination OCD tendencies just out the window.
Is a big fat yes. By the way, I'm counting calories. I'm having to measure all my food. All of this came out to 470 calories.
Oh, 0% chance that all those potatoes are probably 470 calories. There's no shot. Sis, 1 egg is like 60 calories in and of itself. God, watching her eat a radish is like watching Shrek eat an onion.
Hell yeah. Potatoes are so low calorie, it's crazy. But yeah,
I am I should be sponsored by Big Potato because I love a potato. And you know what, if you eat it with the skins and all, it's actually not bad for you. I know it's a starch, which is like a big controversial topic, but they're always changing their minds on like potatoes and eggs. They always change their minds on whether potatoes and eggs are good for you or not. But I'm here to say that I think they are. Whatever. Sue me. No, don't do that. Don't. I've already been a part of lawsuits before and I don't feel like doing that again.
I just have not been in the vlogging mood. I don't really know what it's about. I'm still going to keep to my schedule though, of course, but I just don't know what the rest of this week is going to look like in the form of this vlog.
Well,
so I actually had my therapy appointment on Monday, and we haven't started the like DBT section of it all because she's still just trying to like get to know me and stuff like that. And we talked a lot about like,
how long does it take for a person to get to know you? Because like I did intake with my therapist and maybe like one other session to continue discussing what was going on, and then we got into like the therapy. I don't know, maybe DBT is different because I do CBT, so
like my disassociation, like when it started and all.
It's not. Oh my god. Dissociation, Amber. It's dissociation. This is how I know that you don't go through it. Because you're using the same terms that people on TikTok use where they're like, I was disassociating today. You are not disassociating. Disassociating is like pushing yourself away from someone else or something else. I am disassociating from this nonsense. Like I'm disassociating myself from you. Dissociation is a psychological term where you are having an out-of-body experience or you are feeling like, oh, this is not right. There's something not right. My hands don't look like they belong to me. My face doesn't look like it belongs to me. I feel out of my person. Oh, I feel like I'm going to have an episode every time I listen to her talk.
All that type of stuff.
You've never dissociated.
It's really scary for me. I'm not gonna lie. It started when I was a little girl. It happens when I'm in like high stress situations. It feels like I am just like watching myself.
Oh, bullshit. She watched someone else, either me or another channel that talks about psychology, that talked about dissociation, because there was never anything. She never said anything like this. Never. She said it was her emotions, that she had a disconnect from her emotions. And people came on here and said, that's not dissociation. That's not a dissociative episode. And now all of a sudden, now I felt like I was out of my body. Yeah, fuck off, Amber.
From the outside. Like, it's like life is happening to me and there's nothing I can do about it. And it's scary. I feel like detached from my body. And
Shut
I
up.
opened up a bit about it, like after me and Celine broke up and like I was moving here, living alone
No.
for the time of my life. I did open up to you guys about it then. And I noticed lately it's been happening
You're
again.
a fucking liar.
I'm just gonna...
That is not, you have never You are a liar, Amber. Honestly and truly. I swear to God, you are a pathological liar. I'm so mad because I go through it and a lot of people go through it, and a lot of it has to do with trauma. And just for her to come on here and cosplay as someone who has issues, it's so fucking annoying. Because let me tell you something, it is not fun. It's really scary. And especially when you're a child. I went through it when I was a kid. I felt like a big trigger of mine is my hands. And if I look at them for too long, then I start to think, these don't belong to me. And it's very, very difficult. I went through that when I was a kid. I don't know why. I have no idea why. Because nothing was wrong in my childhood that I could remember. Like, I remember my childhood. I had a good childhood. Like, so I don't know what it was. But for her to just come on here and be like, oh, I feel like I'm watching myself, then use the correct psychological term. And also, why don't you discuss that term too? Because you don't fucking know it. It's called derealization. You don't know it because you're just lying. Oh my God. I really thought I was going to come on here and be like, oh, Teehee, listen to her talk about being a side chick. And now I'm mad because she is so blasphemous when it comes to psychology.
Go eat this. I don't want to bother you guys with my nonsense, but I'm just having a little struggle bus time. And thankfully,
you're always having a struggle bus time.
To help me cope a little bit, you know? All right, you guys, so we have an Amazon haul. 3 days ago, I was supposed to have a Fitbit delivered.
She hasn't stopped wearing this like lace bit. Not at all. Someone must have said something like, oh, it looks nice on you. And she's like, yes, and just wears it all the time now. Like, don't get me wrong. I wear a lot of the same things. I'm wearing this, which I've worn before. It's Naomi John's line. I got it. And then I went and I got my hair done. And now there's a bleach stain. But I kind of think it adds character to Trish. This bit's been in like every video.
But I literally cannot find it in the package room. Sometimes this does happen where they put the package in the wrong spot because how it's all combobulated in there, it's definitely different.
Wow.
Search it. And I literally can't find it. So they might not have delivered it for real. So I'm just gonna give it a few more days. And if I can't find it, I'm gonna contact customer service. Sometimes they have to do an audit in the package room, blah, blah, blah. But I really wanted that damn Fitbit because I'm gonna start tracking my steps. I'm super excited for that.
Another thing for her to just be like, ooh, it's another gadget. It's another trinket that I can use and never ever actually follow up with, but okay.
Little Swiffer dust things because I needed more of those, and it's just like so random. It's like things that I know that I need but I forget to get them when I'm at the grocery store. So if you have long hair and you use scrunchies, you know that they get up and walk away and then you can't find them. So I got a whole pack of 50 and I actually really like them. I was gonna take one out, but it's this type of deal. It literally is perfect. Sometimes scrunchies.
I hate when she says literally. I did have someone comment on one of my videos and like, or a short of mine. And now it's just a clip out of one of my videos. It was me being like, she looks like a toddler. And I know that some people got a little up in arms about it because I was mocking the way that she was dressing. But I did have a discussion with this person, and it is unsettling how Amber sort of makes herself seem younger. So, like, she dresses younger, she speaks in a way that's younger, and, you know, she's my age. She's 34. We're just about a month apart, a little bit over a month apart. I'm in November, I'm early November, she's late December. So we are very close in age. And I'm not saying that I don't sometimes use slang terminology that is from like Gen Z or whatever. It's just because I'm chronically online. But for her and her track record, she uses it because she talks to people who are much, much younger than her. And I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's because she's stuck in this like teenage age because of her childhood or what. But hearing her say things like literally and genuinely and then dress up very young, it is a bit disturbing to me. And I think I will make a video at some point talking about the psychology of what happens in childhood trauma, because she does have childhood trauma. And sometimes what happens is your mental development ceases to grow in the way that it should, and you become almost stuck in a certain age or time. I will probably make a video about that. It's just going to take me a little time to do some research and like get it together.
These are like too loose, too tight, but this is like perfecto. Recommend. So when I use my air fryer, I normally just like clean it when I'm done, but it's a hassle. And people are like, Amberlynn, have you ever heard of like the air fryer thingy-majigger? Air fryer liners, to be exact. And I was like, no. So I got some, but they're too
It
big.
is kind of annoying. I'll give her that.
Because I do have a different air fryer now. When I give you guys a little tour of my new kitchen stuff, I'll show my new air fryer.
Oh, she doesn't have the Drew Barrymore one anymore? Bummer. That's not a bad idea to get air fryer liners because they do tend to get a little bit dirty. I mean, we just wash ours, but that's not a bad idea.
But sadly, these are too big, even though they were the smallest size. So I don't have any of these, so I definitely needed some. It's just to help to keep bags shut, like bags of carrots, radish, chips.
They're called bag clips.
I got these really cute pink hoop earrings. So these next two earrings that I'm about to show you, I thought they were a little bit bigger, but they're kind of small. I think I'll be okay. But they just look weird because I like the really big hoops. I guess I'll be all right. So on the front, it's like these black rhinestones, and then
what is that sound?
Here, it's like regular rhinestones, silver ones. Isn't that so pretty? And then the other pair is literally just silver, and the rhinestones on the inside and outside are the same. And then I also got this set. It's a set of notebooks.
Is that hers? Oh, okay. So that weird droning sound is coming from her video. I don't know. Also, sis, more notebooks. Don't you have like a pile to play choosy with?
I did not buy them separate. Don't worry. So this is what they look like.
Oh, I was so worried. I was really concerned.
My favorite to my favorite. They're all so stinking adorable. Like, look how freaking cute. That's my all-time favorite.
Fuck, I have to get a notebook, don't I? Well, listen, if I put an Amazon wish list for my EMT school for supplies for that, y'all want to buy some EMT stuff for me?
Favorite, like, oh my god, are you joking? And then with the notebooks, it actually comes with some pens, but I gave 2 of them to my mom already. So we have a bow pen. We have a pen with bows that says I'm just a girl. That's so me coded. And
oh my god, that is so you coded. You're just a girl. I'm just a girl, right? Like Gwen Stefani, no doubt. Okay. No, you're not just a girl. You're a 34-year-old woman. You are a grown woman. See, like I said, this whole like youthful, like, well, I'm just a girl. And I understand that's like a meme online. I get it. Like there have been many times where I've been like, girl dinner. I don't even identify as a girl. I'll be like, girl dinner. And it's like just a pile of mac and cheese with hot sauce on it. You know, like stuff like that. It's a joke. Or like I would work overnights and be like, girl dinner. And it'd be Red Bull. But like, I think genuinely she thinks she is just this like girl. She's just like a teenage girl.
And then 2 more bow pens. So it came with 6, but I gave 2 to my mom, like I said. But look how adorable. It's cherries and bows.
I'm a sucker for stuff like that, too.
I'm actually filming my what I ate today video. I'm looking like it's not my day. I wear makeup so much, but like I need to have some days to like breathe. So today's the day.
No, that's so true. I'm like breaking out on my chin because of how much I've been putting makeup on my face. But also, I'm fine being a gremlin. It's fine.
And yes, my hair's in a braid. I'm like scared to have my hair in a braid. I'm scared to exist. There's like reaction channels thinking I'm stalking them. There's other reaction channels thinking they're the people who invented braids. And that
she is stalking me. I know it. I just know. I'm joking. I am joking. I'll give her this. If someone really thinks that she's copying them with the braids, Amber's worn braids like the entire time that she's been on the internet. She's done this bit. She's done the twin tails. She's had like a side braid. She did that a lot during the Crystal era. I mean, that's a little silly and a little much. Like, I mostly joke if I say stuff about her and like coming to my channel or whatever. I think she copies a lot of people and she copies a lot of like influencers she sees. And it's a braid. Like a single braid. That's really not a very original hairstyle.
They're the only people who ever do braids. And I'm like, what is happening right now? Like, I have been doing braids since the beginning of time. I've been doing this type of braid and like side braid.
Excuse me.
My whole life.
Amber copied
like,
me with the bun.
Pigtails. I've done that so many times I can't even think straight. And like, I just don't understand that. Like, why can't we just go back to like nitpicking Amberlynn instead of thinking I'm obsessively stalking someone or obsessively
I think that is
someone.
nitpicking.
Like, braids have been around forever. I'm 34 years old. I've always done braids. And also the same person who thinks that I am copying the braids, by the way, this comes from someone messaging me on Instagram, which I'll show you here. So I had to watch it. The same person who thinks I'm copying.
I'll give her this one. Like she has done braids forever. That is kind of an Amberlynn staple. We always talk about it because we're always like, oh, she got them pigtails in again. Okay.
Them when it comes to braids, they think I'm copying them, because I decided to start drinking water. Isn't everyone supposed to drink water and I just have been flopping? Like, I did not grow up and learn to drink water. It was always drink milk. It's weird because
the whole concept of like in your youth drinking milk and stuff is for calcium benefits, because it's for like bone health and to help with bone density and stuff, because your bones are made out of calcium. And also like there's a lot of different stuff where depending on how you are as a person and whatever, your bone density can change. Actually, hers probably changed because she's in menopause. I just realized that she probably has some bone density issues, and I would be real careful. She might be on alendronate next, because or Zometa, because she because of her weight. And this is not a dig at anyone who is bigger, but when you go through menopause, your bones tend to lose calcium. And for her, at her age and her size, that would be concerning, especially since she falls a lot. I don't know, y'all. That is concerning. I just thought about that. But yeah, the whole milk thing is because of calcium. And obviously, like, there's other ways to get calcium, but I would talk to a doctor, or if you're with a child, a pediatrician, to see.
When I lived with my parents before I was put into foster care, they always wanted me to drink milk. And then even when I went into foster care, the choice was either milk or juice. 9 times out of 10. Like, it was never like water. The only time I remember drinking water as a kid was when I was put on this weird diet. I was in a
sports for me.
10 years old, and the 2 things that they told me to do was you get your own milk. It's like a lower fat milk. So I had my own big gallon of milk, because all the girls in the group home drink milk, but it was just like normal milk. And then the other thing was they wanted me to chug a bunch of water before every meal. I said, okay. So
that is to make you eat less. I'm not joking. Like, when you're on a diet and whatnot, they tell you to sort of fill up your stomach with things like water or seltzer water, like those things, because they're hydrating and because there's no calories, and it'll fill up volume in your stomach.
That was like my first diet ever at the age of 10, but that did not last long, I can tell you that. But water has never just, like, been in my, vicinity. I've never been taught to drink it. And I go through phases as
sis, like, I'm sorry, but do you really need to be taught to drink water? They have water fountains at schools. Even if you bounce around from school to school, they have a bubbler. Like, sorry, that is such a Massachusetts thing of me to say. They have a water fountain. Yeah, they have bubblers. So I don't understand how you can be like, oh, I'm 34 and I was never taught to drink water. Okay, well, at some point, you take responsibility for yourself and you go, I need to start drinking water. Jesus Christ.
An adult where I drink a lot of water and then I stop. This reaction channel thinks that I'm copying everything they do, and we're all supposed to be drinking water. And it's like, I didn't know you wore your hair in braids. I'm sorry, question mark, question mark. Like, it's something I've always done. I don't know. That was just like a little mini rant.
That's a bit of a reach.
So I just got out of the shower and I already have my AirPod in. I'm listening to Trisha podcast. Jeff is on this episode. Personally, for me, I think they're like a hoot together. I'm not gonna lie about it. Like, I just feel like there's like the perfect amount of like awkwardness. I don't know. I could see them being like their own podcast together. I just don't think that they'll ever do it. I know Jeff and Tana flirted with the idea, but they never did it either. Who's with me? Do you miss frenemies? That was the...
No, because I don't fuck with H3H3 and what they did to their nanny, and what they said about Adam McIntyre and the whole like Palestine thing. By the way, I'm an Ashkenazi Jew. Like, my heritage, all on one side, it's like all Jewish. I'm an outspoken creator when it comes to this, so it's always free Palestine, and I'm always going to support the Palestinian people. It's a lot. It's a lot, babes. It's quite a lot. Sorry, I don't fuck with H3. I don't fuck with them at all. I feel like they attack people all the time, and it's really scary for a lot of people, especially smaller creators. I don't think that's very fair. They have literally become the people that they used to make fun of.
The best thing to ever happen to the internet, besides Amberlynn Reed, of course. I'm looking a mess.
Oh, yeah.
So
you and frenemies.
Look at Twink. Yeah, you're such a perfect baby.
Hi, Twinkie. Oh, you're so cute, little lady. I'm so glad to see her. She's like, her and Wasabi and R.I.P. Rarity were the only good things about her vlogs at all.
Don't even understand like how I got so lucky. So
hi,
I'm
Twink.
having fried egg, chorizo, radish. I've been obsessed lately. Carrots, also been obsessed.
We already saw this yesterday.
A fried egg. I've said it so much that it doesn't even sound real anymore. But a fried egg just sounds so good lately. So I've been eating those. It's a good source of protein, plus they're freaking tasty as hell. But what I was gonna ask you guys, every single year when I send my taxes to the IRS, and then I do my federal taxes as well, I always get a check from the IRS with like the exact same amount of money every year. Why are they sending me money? It's so weird. It's literally just a random check. You want a carrot?
She's gonna get audited. The IRS is watching. She's gonna get audited.
Yeah.
Aww.
But yeah, it's literally just a random check, and there's no explanation on it or anything. But
it's like, what? That sounds weird. That sounds really, really odd. Like, the same amount? That sounds so weird. I don't know. Whatever. I can't wait till the IRS comes for her.
Okay. Hello. It's the next day. I forgot to put on my rings. I feel naked without them. So I am wearing this lace thing, which I wore a few days ago, but thank God for laundry.
A few days ago, you've worn it like every day. What do you mean?
Yeah, and this is a similar dress. It's literally the same dress, different color. I was just really vibing with the look, so I was like, I'm gonna wear that to bingo night. So I do have to go to the USPS. We're going to bingo. I'm super excited. This box is still here because I'm still getting rid of kitchen stuff. I'm trying to go through kitchen stuff, and then when I buy new kitchen things like pots, pans, a whole cooking utensil set, a whole new knife set, like I like to watch all of that before you use it, and then I'm gonna put it away. I'm in this like out with the old, in with the new routine, while also still trying to keep up with everything else around the house.
Oh.
All right, you guys, so since I'm counting calories, I thought something that could be fun is to tell you guys what I had at bingo and how many calories it was.
That's because everyone's been calling her out for this, being like, you said you were getting takeout 3 times a week, and here you are at bingo getting things.
So these pretzels were my mom's because we both got an appetizer. You will see mine in a minute, but she wanted me to try one, so the one that's bitten off, that one is mine. For my appetizer, I got this mini quesadilla. It's a cheese quesadilla.
Mini? Amber, ain't nothing mini about that. That's a quesadilla. That's a full quesadilla. What are you talking about? Ew. Oh my God. What is that next to you? What kind of sauce is that? I thought it was mustard at first, and I was about to scream the house down. Are you kidding me?
So good. I had a little bit of sour cream. You guys know me, I'm a dry girl. And a little bit of salsa because I do like some spice. Super freaking tasty. And then they have these chocolate chip cookies that are divine. Usually I have 3, but I only had 2. I was very proud of myself. So I gave the other one to my stepdad, and he enjoyed it. And then a couple hours later for my actual meal, I got potato wedges and chicken strips.
Someone pointed out that they're at bingo for like 6 hours. 6 hours. No. I absolutely could not. That's like a nightmare for me to be in a social situation for 6 hours and not be able to leave. But she has such social anxiety. Okay.
Not eat the bread though, so keep that in mind for my calories. That was not 8, and I did dip it in just the tiniest bit of ranch. So for calories, it did come out to a banger, not gonna lie. So I had no cheese with the pretzel, so it was 101 calories. Quesadilla 322, sour cream 23, ranch 64, chicken strips were 307, potato wedges was 226, cookies 170, came out to 1,213. Thankfully, I have hundreds of calories for wiggle room because Noom wants me to eat upwards to like 3,400, and I usually try to stay below 2,600. So give or take, these are the calories, and I just stayed on track for the rest of the day surrounding that. Hello, it is the next day. Today we are wearing a Sabrina Carpenter perfume. Some people say this smells like cherry medicine. I get the vibe. I do. So me and my
love cherry medicine. I am one of those weird people who kind of likes the taste of things that are astringent. It's why when I was drinking, I used to like gin a lot. I loved a good juniper berry juice. I loved grape vodka because it tasted like grape Tylenol. Love grape Tylenol. I don't mind cherry medicine. That's why I can drink a plain Red Bull because it tastes like NyQuil. Ew. I don't know. I just like medicinal taste.
My mom were actually gonna go to my grandma's house and play some cards, and then last minute my grandma calls my mom and literally is like, "Can we go to the casino?" So we're going to the casino. I haven't gone since the beginning of January.
Good.
And a week ago, I won $500, but I tipped big. So I still have a few $100s just floating around in my wallet. And it's like, that's what I used on bingo last night. And I also bought my friend, my stepdad, and my mom some bingo games last night. So it's like everything I've been doing has been off of those winnings. Not me chugging water in my closet. Who remembers like a year and a half ago, me drinking alcohol in my closet? Why am I this person? Oh. I'm not.
You act like you're different. You're gonna drink White Claws tonight, I'm sure.
On White Claws, people drink just to have funsies, like just for funsies. So there's no crisis. There's no cry for help.
Bitch, there's always a cry for help with you. Are you kidding me?
We've made progress, folks.
No, we
Yes,
haven't.
Right, I'm ready. My mom is about to be here.
No, we haven't. You were like, you crash out and cry on live stream while drinking White Claws. What has changed?
And I keep looking around. I'm like, am I forgetting anything? I like to leave some of the lights on for the fur babies. So sometimes I get spook-magooked by the dark, just like their mom.
Don't use that word. Don't. Nope. That is not a good word to use, Amber. I know you're kind of dumb, but that second word is not. Nope. Drop that from your vocabulary. Spook madook or something like that. Not the other one. That's a slur.
We are at the casino now. I think me and my mom are actually gonna get something to eat because neither of us have ate today.
Sorry, oh yeah, okay, sure.
So we're gonna eat at some place inside of this casino, which I've never ate here before. I'm a little nervous. I did chug a water bottle in hopes that it would keep me full. I know that's not the greatest thing to do.
It won't.
Like, think of your calories as like money that you have in the bank. You know, do you want to spend it really early in the day, or do you want to wait more later at night? Because once those calories are gone, there's nothing you can do about it. Just like once that money's gone, you have no more money. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so me and my mom are waiting for our food, and we go to the Newcastle Casino or Remington. It just depends. But my mom's been coming here for literally years, and she's never been this far down. She didn't even realize it was this big. Neither did I. Because we always stay in this little tiny spot. This place is massive. I swear we walked a mile just to get to it.
Down here, but I didn't come this way. I come in like the door right there.
Hey, Mama Lynn.
So yeah, it's huge.
It's literally massive. Like I didn't even realize it. Oh.
Hey guys, long time no see.
Oh my god. Yeah, I got some Diet Coke.
Put it back on, Mama Lynn.
I don't drink liquids very often.
Yeah, she doesn't drink liquid very often. People have came for me like, why don't you drink a lot of water? I think it's like in the family where we just don't drink a lot of liquid.
I don't know. I don't drink liquid at all.
Yeah, she doesn't drink like liquid at all, let alone water.
That's crazy.
Coffee.
I try to motivate her to drink water, not myself. I have gotten better with that though.
Sometimes helping other people helps yourself.
Mama Lynn, drink more water, please. But like, hey, Mama Lynn, nice to see you.
That's very true. I got catfish tacos. That looks tasty.
And I got
A salad.
chili lime salad.
Yeah, chili lime. I'm not really a lime fan. Are you?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Mama Lynn, that looks good. I want that salad.
Well, I guess you wouldn't have got it if you're not a fan of it.
That looks good, Amber.
Yeah. All right, you guys, that was the best catfish tacos I've ever had, but I'm not gonna have any of the chips and salsa because I tried the salsa and it literally, my mom said it and she's right. It tastes like literally tomato paste. It is disgusting.
Ah, boo. I hate that. I hate when you get a salsa and it's just like tomato. Well, not even like, it's like acidic tomato. That sounded stupid. All tomatoes are acidic. But like, I hate when it's not spicy and doesn't have like other things like peppers and the one time I like onions in it.
But the food was really good. Do you like it, Mom?
Yeah, I love it.
Yep.
Really good.
Oh, unflattering angle. Wow, that base is crazy.
But because my boyfriend.
Is someone gonna come and see her? Notice who she is?
Oh my god. All right, so my mom's actually stopping.
Oh,
to get
thank
some
God.
cigarettes, and then we're gonna actually meet my friend at bingo. My stepdad's going. Yeah, it's been a good night, and I know it's gonna be a good day. My grandma, she won pretty good at the casino, so that was awesome. Me and my mom did
Wow.
not, and my stepdad did a little bit, so that's kind of cool. My mom and I are trying to come up with like different things to do instead of always just like bingo. I really want to go mini golfing, and the weather is getting a little bit better. Weirdly enough.
Do we remember when she went mini golfing a couple of times? She went with like Eric and Ricky and she held the stick like. That was funny as hell. Like, sis, come on.
It's supposed to snow today, which I'm like, girl, what? The other day it was 80 degrees. I don't understand what's happening. But yeah, we're looking for
Climate
things to do, like,
change.
maybe go to the movies again. Bowling. Bowling's kind of hecticana because then you have to wear other people's shoes, and that's
Fucking hecticana. Jesus Christ.
kind of gross. Like I used to go bowling a lot as a kid, but like as an adult, think about putting my feet where hundreds of other people have. It's kind of a weird.
Still get like socks. I mean, yeah, I get it. Like, bleh. But also just put on a pair of socks, Amber. I think she might be a little afraid to try to put her paws into some shoes like that because all she wears is flats. So
Concept when you actually sit down and think about it, but you know what, bowling's fun. You guys, I'm walking in the parking lot and I just had to show you, look how close these two cars
that's a bad parking job.
I just had to show you.
I love making that.
Oh, Amber, the angles you choose are just questionable at best. Like, sis, come on. I know she's doing this for rage bait. This gotta be like for rage. So people make fun of her and she can be like, see, people are making fun of my body. No, Amber, like there's plenty of ways to make yourself look more flattering. You just do this to get attention.
Okay, wait. Wait, are we on G50? This is 3 straights, right?
Yeah.
Riveting content.
And 33.
Hello. So I've actually been home for a little bit now and I was just checking up on things. And with my new YouTube schedule, I decided because I post on my community tab weekly, twice weekly. I post like a few days before Tuesday to let you guys know like what time I will be going live. And then I also post on there for my Let's Talk. So it gives you guys an opportunity to ask me whatever you want. And I was realizing last night, damn, my community tab area is genuinely such a mess. I had stuff.
Genuinely? Isn't it funny how she was with her mother and said literally just fine? And now we're back to the genuinely, literally.
Stuff way back from 6 years ago, and there was just hundreds of posts that were just nonsense, old news. And I thought, since I use my community tab, I just don't want all of that in there anymore. So I sat and I deleted every single thing one by one. Took a while, but now it's nice and clear. And now it's the only things that need to be up there are things that are
what are you hiding, huh? What old post are you hiding?
relevant to current time. So I'm sitting here working on some of my Lego, as you can see here. But people have always been like, Amberlynn, what do you mean you have an egg intolerance? I'm not allergic to eggs, but sometimes eggs make me feel extremely...
Where did this come from? She's like, I'm working on my Lego. By the way, my egg intolerance. Whatever you say, Amber. She always does this stuff where she's like, sometimes it gives me a stomach ache. Okay. Well, that could be the 10 tons of seasoning you add onto it that maybe it's fucking around with your gut a little bit. I don't know.
Sick. As a little girl, it wasn't so bad. And then in my teenage, young adult era, it got way worse. And then in my late 20s, it got even worse. And I don't know what happened, but in my 30s, it slowly has gotten better. So I've been able to eat more eggs and enjoy them more. Something that helps a lot is if I scramble them to death or fry them to death or hard boil them to death. So I'm saying overcook them. It helps drastically. I have been...
Ew, an overcooked egg is rubber. That would be eating one of those Super Bowls. Are you kidding?
Experimenting a little bit, and I have been having more of a runny yolk here and there. So tonight for dinner, because I had lunch way earlier with my mom, but for dinner I had breakfast for dinner, and I made my fried eggs more runny this time, and I feel so sick. I feel like I have the flu. I'm extremely nauseous. I'm telling you, I'm about to go throw up.
No, it's definitely the egg and not the catfish taco you had at a casino.
Type of deal. I feel extremely hot. I have a fever, even though I know I don't. And my stomach is on and off cramping really bad. So that is what I mean by egg intolerance. And sometimes it's a gamble. My mom experiences the same thing, actually, where it's a gamble. It's do you want to see if it's going to work out this time or no? And
that, honestly, it could also be something like IBD, not IBD, IBS. You know, sometimes when you have something, you eat it and you're like, whoa, uh-oh. But that's usually the other end, not vomiting. There's a crazy lighting change because I had to run an errand for my husband and then I had dinner and now I'm back. Anyways, I think I was talking about the difference between saying that she had an egg allergy and having an intolerance. So to have an allergy, a true allergy, you have to have some sort of histamine response. So, and obviously a bad enough one can lead to anaphylaxis, which I have EpiPens all over my house because I have a drug allergy to a medication. But she used to say, oh, I have an egg allergy, and it wasn't really true because she never had any hives or rashes or swelling of her tongue or face or anything. So people are like, yeah, you don't have an egg allergy. And then she was like, well, I meant intolerance. But again, because Amberlynn never specifies things correctly when it comes to medical information. Yeah, she just says whatever the fuck she wants, so... That's cool. All right, let's get back into it.
And this time my body is not reacting good. But I'm telling you, it has gotten so much better. So I didn't even think it was a gamble.
Wonderful.
Like at all. But I guess for some reason, tonight it was, and it does not feel good. I feel truly miserable. So I'm just gonna watch some American Idol and do some Lego. I wanted to finish this Lego this week.
American Idol is still on? Damn.
I know the people who enjoy my Lego updates, y'all want me to move on to other stuff, and I don't blame you. I've just been like busy and like distracted.
Do people enjoy it?
Things. So sometimes I go through like Lego things where I'm telling you I'm building like multiple a week, and then sometimes one literally takes months. But this one is really hard. This one is more of like a tech, they call it like a technic. Girl, I could be using the wrong word right now. I don't even know. It's just supposed to be like even harder than like the hardest of the Lego, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Like it's supposed to be like very detailed. Like it's harder than
expert
like,
Legos.
I don't know what I'm saying. I literally feel super ill, so I don't even know why I'm speaking right now. But everyone's like, Amberlynn, your egg intolerance, I need you to explain. I don't understand. So I just figured I'd give you guys a real
It gives her a
live
tummy
update
ache.
on that
That's
because
all
I
you
feel
need to know.
awful. Like I think I might need to go puke, to be honest. So it's been a couple
Ew.
hours and I already feel a million times better. Like that sickness feeling comes on almost instantly, but it also leaves rather quickly too. So anyways, I'm about to get ready for bed.
I wonder if it's psychosomatic part of it. Like a lot of her stuff is, I think. So that wouldn't surprise me in the slightest.
See you guys tomorrow.
Yeah, goody.
Hello, jump scare. I'm at the grocery store and I just met the sweetest subscriber. She was so pretty with the cutest little piercings.
Oh, of course. She met a subscriber out in the wild, and the subscriber came up and was like, hey, you're my favorite YouTuber. I'm not going to post anything about it, but I'm so happy I met you out in the wild. Yippee.
But yeah, it's super sweet. Like every time I come to the store, I'm recognized a lot. Hello, we're in my fridge because we gotta talk. So in my weigh-in video, when I was eating this meal, where I said it was 777 calories, you could see here. But in total, this is 770. I saw a lot of people say that's way more than 770 calories. I know how to count calories. When I'm doing it, I actually know what I'm doing. This is the lean meat that I use. It's extra lean. So for a serving, it is 112 grams for only 140 calories. So in this is super easy. There's only 4 servings in this. So I like to cut it in half, and then I cut it in half again, so it's 4 servings. But with that specific bowl, I had about a serving and a half, a little more than that, all measured and weighed. Because on here, again, it says 112 grams is a serving. The serving is 85 grams for 30 calories, and I had a little under a serving. It says it right there. And then my favorite part, the rice. People are freaking out. I use these little cups because they're very handy, they're fulfilling, they're super tasty. I cannot change overnight. I am trying to literally stop ordering takeout daily, multiple times a day, to cooking majority of my meals. So I'm gonna be having things like this. I'm also someone who spent her whole entire life eating thousands and thousands of more calories than I'm supposed to. So that is why every single time I try to diet, I'm always allotted these high amount of calories.
Yeah, Amber, like, obviously, everyone knows that. I think if people are giving her shit for eating, like, 2,500 calories, it's not quite right because she eats or has had a diet of 6,000 to 10,000 calories. So for her to drastically cut down to that is not bad. So, I mean, like, I wouldn't give her shit for that. I won't even give her shit for eating processed foods like rice-a-roni. I don't fucking care about that. What I care about is the fact that you say you do these things and you say you're only eating like 23 to 2,500 calories and then you somehow gain weight. That's not, so you're not being fully honest either with the amount you're eating or with how many meals you're having. And it's a track record with you, Amber. Like, you have literally shown us that you've lied about these things. You lied about your weight gain with Destiny. You lied about how much you weighed when you were with Crystal. You stopped telling people really what was going on when you were with Beck. Beck said that you were hiding the amount you were eating, so it's not really that far-fetched for people to be like, I don't believe this. Like, that bowl was gigantic, okay? And there was a lot of food in there. I don't believe it. I do not believe that she is eating this small amount and then gaining weight. It just doesn't make sense from a, like, physiological, a logical, and a mathematical sense. It just does not.
To be successful, I need to satiate myself. I cannot sit there and eat salad all day. That's not gonna work. One of these is 250 calories. Sometimes I have one if I'm feeling extra hungry and I'm afraid I'm going to fall off track, which then leads to more thousands and thousands of calories, which I don't want to do. I will have 2 at a time because it fits in my calories. I know what I'm doing. I know how to log. I have a food scale that is very reliable. You guys looking at a bowl of food, you guys can't guesstimate that. You don't have to.
But you always estimate your shit all the time to the point where people were like, that doesn't make sense. That's not the amount that's shown, or like that's not the correct amount of calories. People have called you out on this over and over and over again, because you'll come on here and you'll like log something that's completely different. Like you'll put in for like 2 cookies, and instead of it being like those 2 homemade cookies or whatever, you'll put in like 2 famous Amos cookies.
Labels. You don't know how much it weighs. You also don't know the ingredients or anything like that. Like, I can't even tell you how many times I've had something in front of me that was so blatantly obvious of how many calories it was, just because I had the nutrition label right in front of me. And people are like, nope, you're lying. You don't know what you're talking about. You don't know how to count calories. Yes, I get it. I am over 500 pounds. I'm fully aware of that. But that does not mean I don't know how to count calories. And when I am counting calories, I do it accurately. Because why am I going to waste my time? I hate counting calories. I hate weighing my food. So when I'm doing it, I'm doing it accurately, and I'm doing it for a reason. But this is one of the very reasons why I hate doing what I ate today videos, especially when I'm counting calories, because people are always thinking I'm doing it wrong. I don't know what I'm doing. I have done it for a majority of my life. I've done it for...
And it's never worked. So why are we doing it again?
For over 2 decades, 2 decades and a half. I do know how to count calories. So stop coming for me, because it makes you look dumb. And you know what else is dumb? When your ex's wife is so insanely obsessed with you.
Oh, here we go.
They buy the same sweater as you, and they constantly post about you on their Instagram.
Okay, Amber, the sweater thing is not because of you. It's because of Mr. Snowflake and like the rest of the reaction channels who purchased it trolling you. Like, it's a joke. It's a big joke. Duh. Hello. It's not like, granted, I think that Brittany probably spends a lot of time with you running around in her head. That one wasn't about you.
Like, bro, your wife cheated on you.
Girl, you were the other woman.
With me. Like, do you know how many times they couldn't wait for you to leave so they could call me? Like, you have a gross wife. You have a cheater of a wife who lied.
Does she think this is like a flex? Does she think like, yeah, I'm really like laying it into Brittany? Yeah, I got her. She got. Amber, you're the other woman, and she still didn't leave her wife for you.
I do us both, but you're mad at me, your wife, and you.
What? There's text messages. Oh, Amber. This was a bad move on your part, because now, as they say in law, this opens the door. This opens the door for them to post whatever the fuck they want in response. And they can post any text message of you being like, crash out Lynn, because God knows when you are rejected, like, you spiral out of control because you can't fathom the fact that someone doesn't want you. Are we just going to pretend like for part of the time they weren't doing this together, trolling you? I know that Erica at one point was like too caught up in this, but okay.
Tried to troll me, but your wife fell in love. Like, that's pitiful.
No, Amber, honestly, like, I think this is fucking hysterical. Do I think that Brittany should be out here defending Erica? Actually, I don't even know if they're together. I thought they like separated, but that, again, that could just be rumors. But you think this is a good look? You think you coming on here as the side chick is a good look? I would be embarrassed as fuck to be you, Amber. Like, it would be one thing if you had no idea. Like, in the beginning, if you, like, when you were like, oh shit, you're married. If you were like, oh shit, you're married, ew, gross, get away from me, then I would have nothing. I would just be like, yeah, she's gross. But you're fucking gross too. You found out she was married and you still tried. You kept trying. I think that's why Brittany is like so pissy with you, but like she should really be pissy with Erica too. The two of them are trash too. Like, you guys decided to go cow tipping, and that was fucking stupid. But, and I mean, that is lol cow. Like, it's what they say. You don't go cow tipping. Like, don't do that shit. Don't get involved in the personal lives. But you're really gonna come on here and lecture someone when you were the other woman? Okay, homewrecker Lynn.
Full. That's pathetic. You stay bothered and you stay obsessed, and it's getting a little cringe and a little out of hand. All right, you guys, so here's a...
She's so, like, nasty. Ew. ugh. Just like listening to her feel so self-righteous about it. And then we jump into a Lego. Wow, yeah, Erica's really missing out.
Weekly build update. I have about 60 steps left. I did work on it a bit this week. Probably a good thing it's taking me a while because I'm telling you, sometimes I get super obsessed and I spend way too much money on Lego and builds in general. All right, you guys.
And that's why people are like pissed off when you're like, I can't afford impatient. Well, you spend thousands on Legos, so.
It's time for my oracle reading for the week.
Oh, God.
So I've realized that
fucking
since I've been doing this for a few
end
years
my
now,
life.
I've only ever really read on myself. And I feel connected to my tarot deck, especially for just me. And I realize I'm starting to feel the same way with my oracle decks. Like, I can read people that, like, I'm really close to, but, like...
No, you can't. We saw Salty Crab. We saw what Salty Crab had to say and how you were like, this is experience. And I think that means you're experiencing something. Next reading. Yeah, okay. The universe has no connection with you because you have never tried to connect to the universe. And now you're trying to do it as a grift. Okay.
Strangers online, I literally feel like there's like this disconnect. So I think I'm even just gonna like stop doing that on my life.
Anyone could tell you that like if you're doing something like that, you have no connection with the person. There's like no, usually like you want to be there with the person to like vibe off the energy that's like bouncing back between you two. But doing it online would be very, very difficult. I just think this is silly. You're silly. You're silly Billy.
Streams, like I can't. So for this week's reading, I'm going to do a believe in your own magic, feminine wisdom, and a love one. So I'm going to be shuffling, which I will edit all of that out. The only shuffle you will see is when the universe.
Please
is
explain.
choose a card.
The universe is telling you to get a job. Jesus. Ain't nothing stuck out there.
All right, so for the first one, I got Princess. You can be your own knight, which is actually card number 1, and number 1 is my favorite number. You may be in a dire situation you need escaping from. Rest assured, you have the power within you to persevere. You already know you don't need to be rescued by a charming prince or a knight in shining armor. You've got your own shield and sword.
Yeah, because she's a lesbian, so she does not need to be saved by a prince.
God's help anyone who thinks they can do better. All right, so this one is love.
That one was like, you're self-absorbed and a bitch.
Life's purpose. That is such a pretty card. And this is number 30. And 3s are actually a very lucky number in my family.
You just said 1. What the fuck?
Make the relationship with yourself your number 1 priority. Nurture yourself with kindness, empathy, and grace. Listen to your needs and choose to respond. Only when we truly love ourselves can we love others too. How we love.
Wait, this card actually read her. This card was like, stop chasing after people. Stop trying to find your next caretaker and actually do something for yourself.
Love ourselves is how we invite others to treat us. Replacing negative self-talk with positive affirmations is the key to happiness. Affirmation: I am love. Weirdly enough, speaking of love, I chose to do a love reading. So I've never done that one with you guys here in a video. So I got possibilities, free-spirited, adventure, and risks. These cards are telling me to love myself first. By nurturing myself,
wow.
Wow.
It's almost like you read a manual.
A fulfilling relationship in the future, whenever I feel like having one. Self-love and self-care is extremely important. Don't forget to take care of you. And I think that goes for a lot of people watching as well. I feel like it's easy to get caught up in other people or get caught up in life that we forget to take care of ourselves, and we forget to put ourselves first sometimes. Not even that, we just like forget to love ourselves, really. I'm gonna speak for myself and say
girl, you never forget to love yourself. You are your number 1 fan.
Sometimes I take myself for granted. To find
When do you take yourself for granted? Never. The only thing you take for granted is the fact that you are still able to move around, that you still have a ticker that's working. Like, let's be real.
That, like, you have to reflect a lot, and I have been doing a lot of journaling. I started daily journaling back in 2021. I've always loved writing, but it wasn't until 2021 that's when I like actually started to daily journal. So I do a lot of reflecting, and within that, like, I do take myself for granted. And
she reflects. She's like, today was so hard because I didn't get complimented 1,000 times. Today was so difficult because I couldn't have 3 cheesy rices. Today was so difficult because I couldn't find a caretaker on TikTok. Today was so difficult because a 19-year-old didn't respond to me on Instagram.
Take a lot of things for granted because I think we just go about our day-to-day life every single day and we forget to stop and think of the things that we are thankful for and grateful for. So I try to like
thank you, Oracle
these are
Lynn.
the things I'm grateful for, especially when I'm journaling. And even with like people in my life, like I noticed my mom the other day, she just needed a little more pep in her step and some positivity. So I stopped her and I said, Mom, what are some things that you're thankful for? And she stopped and she said them, and she said that it helped her. So I think if you ever feel like life is too much and there's just so many negative things with the world and yourself.
Wow, Cassandra, Oracle of Delphi, move over. Move over. We got Oracle Lynn here. The fates are quaking in their boots.
And things going on in your life, if you genuinely just stop and be like, what are 3 things that either make me smile, I'm grateful for, thankful for, just 3 positive things in my life, it'll immediately just like give you some sort of light feeling. It'll make you realize that whatever headspace you're in, because sometimes it feels like life is all bad, it'll make you realize that there's a lot of beauty and good in life too. Anyways, that was like a rant there.
It was stupid.
I hope you guys enjoyed this weekly vlog, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.
Goodbye, loser. Oh God. It gets harder every single time. She's just so fucking boring. Like, the only time she's not boring is when she's doing something nasty and mean, and then that's like not great either. This part of the video may be a little bit triggering with what is said, but so I'm going to put it in, but hey, I'm going to say right now, if you want to stop watching the video, absolutely, I understand. I'll see you on the next one. But this is a comment that Erica has been posting nonstop on people's, on reaction channels' comments. Apparently, she has made another accusation of SA against her mother's fiance, her stepfather, whatever. I don't know what to say, because I always want to believe people when they speak out about stuff like this, but Amber has lied about it. So I don't know. Let me just put it this way. I think that Erica coming out and speaking about something that perhaps Amber spoke about in confidence when it comes to SA is, oof. I don't like that. I don't like anyone doing that. I don't think it's right to like forcibly oust someone when it comes to heavy topics like that. But I do understand that she has a track record of lying about it. So I'm not really, I don't know what to say. And now it's out there all over the place. I do think that some of the other stuff she said is interesting. So Erica had posted this. I think I'll say what I need to say. By the way, did you let Rarity loose because you claimed she scratched your leg and gave you cellulitis, yet you refused doctor's orders for the skin cream? Are you not calling Steven your stepdad anymore because he keeps making inappropriate comments to you at bingo, touching your leg and saying creepy things as you claimed? Or is he still staring down your shirt in front of your mother at bingo? Oh, how's Twinkie? Are you still demanding her to give you her paw before you feed her? Is she still pissing in your bathroom? How is your mom? Have you two had any fights because she won't choose you over the man she plans to marry? Are you still yelling at her in the car ride she gives you? I'm hoping she gave you a ride to the dentist. I know that cracked half tooth is painful considering the fact that you thought you didn't need a regular cleaning, nor floss, since just brushing should do all of that as you claimed. All of this over a sweatshirt of now multiple pictures of other people are wearing. You won't ever change. No one can ever love you simply because you dig your claws into every fiber and breath of the person you've chosen to manipulate. I don't know what to say. There's a lot of shit in that. I mean, we haven't seen Mama Lynn in a lot of her videos, but Christ. I'm just having trouble, like, even thinking of something to say. Like, I'm going to watch this back when I'm editing and be like, yeah, dog, I don't know either. Like, that's a really big claim to make, too. I'm actually very curious to know what, like, everyone else thinks about this statement in particular. I want to know down in the comments section what y'all think of Erica Valentine coming on here and saying this post Amber speaking out about her wife, the wife she cheated on. Honestly, something like this is a little bit triggering content for me, like even me, myself, because I don't think it's right. I think what my brain is saying is that I know Amber has talked publicly in the past about her cousin and about like her parents' friends, and then like changed the stories and whatnot, and she's spoken about Casey publicly. So I think those things you can speak about because Amber has spoken about them. So there is like precedent set, which is that Amber spoke about them and now it's open to the public to, you know, acknowledge and speak about as well. I don't know about this because I don't remember Amber saying publicly about her stepfather. I don't remember any of that. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's what's sort of sitting weird with me is that, like, if this wasn't spoken about publicly by Amber, then it feels a little bit weird. I know Amber, like I said before, opened the door to like to them posting text messages and whatnot, but I think that particular thing, I think if I told someone about what I had been through, or even if it's like I mean like I said, Amber's a liar and Amber has made bogus claims in the past. If I had said something to someone in confidence about something so serious, I don't think I personally could use this as fodder for my clapback at her, no matter what. Like the Casey thing, yeah, I can absolutely use because it wasn't true in the slightest. So I will call her out and be like, you're a fucking liar when it comes to that shit. And it pisses me off. But this, I really don't know what to say. I've been struggling for like 5 minutes to figure out what to say, and it just, nothing is coming to the forefront of my brain. And y'all, I don't know. Like I said, tell me what you guys think in the comments below. Do you think that Erica was justified in what she decided to do here? Or do you think this is like going a step too far? Because I'm a little bit, this kind of grosses me out a little bit. We all know she's a shit pet parent and we've seen it a million times and she's been criticized on it a million times. And like, even the dentist thing is like, whatever, you know, it's a little below the belt, but it's still whatever. But I think anything in terms of like forcibly outing the fact that someone had said this, you know, unless she came out with like a text message and it was like Amber said she faked the whole thing for attention, then I'd be like, damn, all right, well, fuck. I think all three of them are messy. They should just be a throuple and be a messy throuple. That would be kind of funny. No, it wouldn't. That would be a disaster. That's going to do it for me for this video. If you have any thoughts, comments, concerns, please leave them in the comment section below. Leave a like if you are so inclined, or a dislike. I don't care either way. You're entitled to your opinion, even if it is wrong. I will see you all in the next video. Where is my mouse? Where's it going? Where is it? Ah, found it. I will see you all in the next video.